Hi guys, and welcome back to Smashing Bugz. I'm Rob.
And I'm Jack.
And thanks for joining us today. Man, we have had an awesome roundup to 2023.
Yes.
This is towards the end of January, and we really haven't done anything this month. I think like a lot of folks out there, we've just been trying to get back into the year with work and all those kinds of things. So we haven't taken any recent trips. Our last trip was to North Texas to visit my family, and it wasn't an RV trip. That was just a quick trip in our truck up north. But our last RV trip was around Christmas when we went to Mission, Texas, and we're going to talk a little bit about that today. But mostly the reason for this video is we've got a really good library of videos so far. And we've had a lot of fun with this channel. I think we're having more fun with it than we even thought that we would when we first kind of started doing this. And this really started out just being a video library for our own personal use, and we found a lot of engagement from those of you out there, which we truly appreciate. And we've had a lot of fun with that, answering comments, and we even got quite a few subscribers, which is I wasn't sure how that was going to go, but anyway, today we thought we'd just kind of talk about how this journey began, how we got to where we're at, and kind of what our viewers can look forward to in the coming years.
Our vision for the future.
Our vision for the future.
Our goals.
Exactly. So we picked up our current RV, which is a 2023 Intech, which is the Rover, Terra Rover Intech, and I'll put some footage share with you our journey from beginning. And for us, picking up the Terra on July the 12th of this year, 2023, was really kind of the beginning.
It was. We really launched into kind of a whole new lifestyle, and it kind of created a momentum of thoughts and feelings, and also of objectives. And it's been fun. And it was interesting because we weren't sure what this whole adventure lifestyle is with the Rover at the center is more than RVing. But anyway, the RV, we weren't quite sure how it would feel to quote live in it. And we've spent enough time in it now that we feel good about that.
Yeah, and I think that was getting that experience in the RV. Yeah, because like anything new, when you start out, there's all these unknowns, that you have to come to grips with, and any of you who, like us, or maybe new to this lifestyle, are either going through that now, or certainly been through it, recently enough that it's still there in your memory. So, but just a little bit of a background. So we started this. We actually started the idea of it a year before that. We watched tons of YouTube videos like everybody out there does, and looked at. Oh my word! I mean, I think we looked at everything out there. From Class A's to bumper pulls to ultimately truck campers, and actually a truck camper was what we had decided on. I mean, we
committed to it.
Oh, we committed to it. Well, we made our list, the pros and the cons.
We had a contract on one.
We had to put a deposit on it. Went up there so that we could look at it ourselves in person, and. Matter of fact, I'd even ordered a truck specifically for that, so that's how invested we were at that point. But as sometimes happens in life, we stumbled across this Intech RV in the same lot that we were looking at this, and by the time we got home from that 4-hour drive, we had decided that no, we're not going to do a truck camper. We're going to do this Intech instead, and called our salesman, and the rest is history. Like I said, so July the 12th, we went back up, picked up our camper, And since then, we have gone to. Do you remember every place we've gone to?
Well,
or do you want me to list it off?
I'll start.
Okay.
We've gone to Lake Texoma. It's about a really long, like 8 hours.
8 hours, yeah, 7 to 8 hours for us. So.
And we stayed a whole week in the trailer, so that was a very good test about how we could cohabitate in such a small space, and also kind of just live our lives and do a little bit of work and mostly social.
Yeah,
we were visiting, but it showed us that we could do that, and it was a lovely campground. I'll let you finish. But
well, they gave us an opportunity, to actually pack up the rig for the first time and to see how all of that worked out, and it wasn't so far away that that if we had made a mistake, we couldn't have gotten back home to redo things or what have you.
Right.
So we went from there to our next trip was Lake Medina.
Was it Medina? Yeah, I think it was.
Oh, Medina Lake. I keep saying Lake Medina, but it's actually Medina Lake. And that was
It's also 1,000 Trails.
It was also 1,000 Trails campground. Yeah, when we bought our Intech, we got a 1-year 1,000 Trails membership.
Yes.
Which we are taking advantage of, and we which was a great bonus to buying our RV. So thank you to Princess Craft RV for providing that.
Yes.
And, but from there, we launched into our first really big over-the-road trip around the Thanksgiving holidays.
A lot of deliberation leading up to that, because we were going north in Thanksgiving when things can get really, the weather can be unpredictable.
Yeah, and we got fortunate. We never run into any snow.
Yeah.
However, we ran into plenty of cold weather. But along that, during that trip, we stayed at 4 different campgrounds.
Yeah.
So a southwestern Missouri campground.
Mm-hmm.
We stayed at another one just a few hours up from that. We also did a video where we stopped and saw that outdoor store.
Oh, the Bass Pro headquarters
shop in Springfield, Missouri.
That was great.
Then we went to Oak Grove, Missouri, and stayed over there.
Which is
and then finally
Kansas City suburb, yeah.
Yeah, and then finally to St. Charles, St. Louis suburb, and then made our way back home. But during that time, we cut our teeth on a little bit of boondocking. We stayed we stayed at a Cracker Barrel, so we did our first Cracker Barrel.
First Cracker Barrel parking lot.
And then we did a rest area boondocking on the way back home. And then
and that trip really set us into motion as far as living full time. And I even did a Zoom call for my work, and we just lived
It was a 12-day trip.
It was almost 2 weeks.
So that gave us a great great experience for that 2 weeks, and we packed a lot in. Wound up with about 2,200 miles, I think, was what the total trip came out to be from our house to all of our points and back again. And then from there we went to at Christmas time we went to Mission, Texas. Stayed down there for a few days. The weather was beautiful. Hung out in the pool. And that actually opened up a whole nother door for us. That's where we met Nancy and Vanna White. And that video, man, boy, people have just really, really liked that video.
They really connected with Nancy and her van and her story. And
she's such a cool chick, and so many people responded. There was just so much love to that video that we were just
still coming in.
It's still coming in. People are still coming in. I encourage you to go and take a look at that. But it was really a great trip. Yeah. But just to kind of wrap up here a little bit, and maybe not unless you've got more about what we plan to do going forward. Of course, here in Corpus Christi, even though we're on the Gulf Coast, it is wintertime, and we did get some winter weather last week. To the point that it was below freezing for
we had a little bit of a freeze.
So luckily, I have a plug here at the house, and I was able to plug in the Intech and keep the heater on. and based on
keep the propane going. You were really on that.
Kept the propane going. Of course, going to bed at night knowing that was out there running. The first night kind of bothered me a little bit, so I didn't sleep a lot that night. But it all turned out okay. And after that event, I was able to check everything out and see that
everything looks good.
Yeah.
You know, I've been missing it. I've been missing staying in the Intech. So we've been talking, and I'm like, okay, let's get our next trip planned. So we will be.
So we will be, yeah, absolutely. And even if it's just a short trip, we actually live near the National Seashore here, and they've got some primitive campsites there.
Even if it's just
really kind of nice this time of the year. So we'll probably wind up down there.
We're still going to, you know, weekly videos is our goal.
Yeah, that's our
we might
goal.
miss 1 or 2 weeks here and there, but we really are into consistency.
Well, and we found that the consistency truly is the key. And not only that, we picked up a lot of subscribers over the past couple of weeks, and so welcome aboard to all of our new subscribers, and thank you so much for clicking that subscribe
We love
button.
your comments and everything. We have some
comments are awesome.
stickers we'd like to give away.
Yeah. At some point, we'll figure out a way to. We are going to. One thing that we didn't do. Speaking of stickers, is I've got all these stickers, which are just our logo that you see at the beginning and the end of our videos, and we actually sent one to Nancy after we got back home.
And another subscriber.
Who's a good friend of ours that we've known for a lot of years, who was one of our initial supporters.
His name is Jay. Hi, Jay.
Hi, Jay. Hope you're watching this. Thank you so much for your continued support, not only of this channel, but of other things that we've done over the years. So we appreciate you a whole lot, buddy. So with that, thanks for tuning in, guys. Like, subscribe our channel. This may not be our most exciting video today, but we do appreciate everybody who watches it, and we promise to get back out and start smashing more bugs and providing some more
energetic content of on-site in different locations. And also, this guy's going to do more interviews. We're not sure when, but he excels
that
at
was
those.
the one thing. Nancy, our interview with Nancy really prompted a lot of you to chime in, and a lot of you expressed that you would like to see more of those types of interviews. So we're definitely going to be, we'll definitely have an eye towards doing more videos like that. And there's so many, one of the things in the short time that we've been doing this, ourselves, is we have met some very interesting folks. I mean, some people who just really deserve to be shared with beyond their little communities, and that's for me, I think that's one of the more exciting things about this whole thing. More than our antics or whatever, I think finding folks that are doing this and getting their unique stories and sharing them with our subscribers.
We both love to tell stories.
We do.
I do.
And we love people who have a story. We're both very.
That's what I mean, to tell other people's, to showcase people's stories is really what I mean. So
that being said, stay tuned. And thank you for suffering through this today. But we promise to ramp things up and get on track and start bringing you guys some things that we hope you'll really enjoy this year. So 2024 is we're really looking forward to.
We're looking forward. It's exciting.
Yeah, it's exciting. It's going to be an exciting year. So stay tuned. Thanks again for joining us today, and we will see you soon. And until then, keep on
smashing bugs.
Thank you. Okay, we'll see you guys later. Thank you.
Bye-bye.